Hi everyone. Today we are going to study yet another very important protocol, that is FTP, also known as File Transfer Protocol. FTP refers to a file transfer protocol, a process that involves the transfer of files between devices over a network. So basically FTP, or the name suggests, file transfer protocol, is a protocol that is used for transferring file between different devices over a network or the internet. The process works when one party allows another to send or receive files over the internet. Originally, it was used as a way for users to communicate and exchange information between two physical devices. It is now commonly used to store files in the cloud, which is a secure location that is held and accessed remotely. Obviously, earlier when there was no cloud computing, it was used only for exchanging information between two physical devices. But now with the advent of cloud, it is used to store files in the cloud, which we know is a secure location, and it is held it is a location which is held and accessed remotely, as it is not present on the same device in which you are working. FTP may be used by a business or individual to transfer files from one computer system to another, or by websites to upload or download files from their servers. So whether you are a business or you are an individual who wish to transfer files from one computer system to another, or whether you are websites who want to upload or download files from their servers, you can use FTP, or the file transfer protocol. Now let's see how the file transfer protocol actually works. So FTP allows individuals and businesses to share electronic files with others without having to be in the same space. So when you are not in the same space where the file is located, still you can transfer that file with the help of FTP. Of course, we are talking here of electronic files because there are no physical files. All the files are stored in the electronic medium, that is your computer or any such device. This can be done using an FTP client or through the cloud. So whenever you wish to transmit electronic files without having to be in the same space as in which the file exists, you can do it using the file transfer protocol, which uses an FTP client, or you can do it through the cloud. Both ways a working internet connection is required. Now, whether you are using an FTP client or you are transferring files through the cloud using FTP, what you need is you need an internet connection in any which way. If you have ever loaded a file or downloaded a file from a web page, you've used FTP. Now, whether you know it or not, but all of us have used FTP in our lifetimes, because all of us download files. Sometimes we even upload files. So if any one of us has ever downloaded even a single file, then you have used the file transfer protocol, or FTP. Though FTP was originally developed as a way to send and receive files between two physical computers, but with advances in technology, users can execute file transfers through the cloud. Obviously, originally FTP was developed to send and receive files between two physical computers, because at that time there was no cloud. But with the advent of clouds, FTP enables you not just to exchange files between any two physical computers or physical devices, but also through the cloud, which is an added advantage. Using cloud allows transfers to be done conveniently anywhere and at any time and at a relatively low cost. So because cloud computing is a kind of database wherein you don't have to pay anything for the services provided by the cloud. So obviously With the help of cloud, you can transfer files very conveniently anywhere and at any time and at a relatively low cost. The best example of cloud that you use is your Google Photos. Let's look at an FTP process now. So the FTP process can be broken down in a couple of key steps. So the entire process of FTP basically can be broken down in a couple of steps. What are these key steps? The first step is that a user is required to log in to an FTP server. In order to use an FTP process, you must log into an FTP server. Although a login may not always be required. Many a times you can log in as guest. There is no specific login that is required, right? But in some cases, a login is required to an FTP server, and in certain cases, you can log in as anonymous or as a guest. The second key step is that FTP client interacts with the server upon a request. Now, after you log into an FTP server, the next step is that through the help of an FTP client process, the FTP client process interacts with the server when a request is given to the client. This request may be to download or upload a file. Now, with FTP, a user can then upload, download or move files on the server. Once a request is sent by the FTP client to the FTP server and that request is accepted, then with the help of FTP, a user can then upload, download or move file from one place to another on the server.